I take it that the meta is dead. The stay exacts a heavy toll. Still, it accomplished its mission. Where'd you think it brought us? This was my home. It was beautiful. EXU was like most custom card servers. Too many players, not enough good decks to go around. And when we faced extinction, I offered a solution. Genocide, but random, dispassionate, fair to the strong and the weak alike. They called me a madman, and what I predicted came to pass. With all 6 mortal engines, I could simply snap my fingers. They would all cease to exist. I call that mercy. And then I can finally rest and watch as the sun rises over a grateful server. The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
Welcome custom card fans, my name is Aurora and I'm here to bring you the Battleground report of Battlegrounds 15. We'll be taking a look at the top players in this casual competition, what they played, and how they fared in the lead up to the finals. But first, we must address the fallen competitors. 24 players entered Battlegrounds 15, and the 20 who did not emerge were playing Anti-Goo, Chirurgeon, Despia, Childream, Finflame, Ruinforce FTK, Odd Eyes, Cloudian, Magispector, Mortal Engine, 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 and Mortal Engine. Before we get into the top 4, however, we must recognise those who only just lost out on the top cut. Fizzy Izzy managed to fight through the slogs of death machines with Magispector, using their strong searching capabilities to scrape an 8th place. Next was Sock, on Mortal Engine, in 7th place. Then Refuse, on Mortal Engine, in 6th place. And then Pretzel, on Mortal Engine, in 5th. As we saw in the last Battlegrounds, Mortal Engine is a serious meta contender, with strong aggressive capabilities and the ability to play very strong rank 8 monsters. It's no surprise that, in a tournament where a number of members were playing this deck, that it took the vast majority of higher spots. As you can probably tell, it isn't going to get any better from here. The finisher in 4th place was once again Dome, this time playing Mortal Engine. His list is very similar to Kragon's from the last Battlegrounds, though with a few minor differences in the main, primarily shrinking the generator package, and with evenly matched replacing Cosmic Cyclone in the side deck. In the first round, he picked up a win against Lyoko on Anti-Goo, then beating Refuse in the mirror match in round 2. He lost against the 3rd place finisher in round 3, but quickly recuperated by taking a win in round 4 against Manny in another mirror match. Round 5 was also kind to Dome, granting him a victory in a mirror against Pretzel. After losing to the eventual winner of the tournament in the semi-finals, however, he settled into 4th place with a 4-2 record. The 3rd place finisher was, once again, the awkward one, still known for being 3-time EXU ladder champion. I'm getting a serious sense of deja vu. Orc slimmed down his Mortal Engine list significantly, playing 40 cards where most of his competitors were on more. He opted to play Necro Valley in the main deck, as well as 3 copies of Passionate Research, a very powerful piece of field spell support. Round 1 was a victory over Diego on Finflame, followed by 3 victories won in mirror matches, against Knight, Dome and Pretzel respectively. Round 5 yielded his first loss against the tournament's winner, and then he lost out on the final shot for victory in the semi-finals to the 2nd place finisher, leaving him in another 3rd place with another 4-2 record. In 2nd place was Spaghetti, also playing Mortal Engine. Spag's Mortal Engine list was quite innovative, playing tuners like Effect Veiler, Necrosynchron and Glow Up Bulb to enable a synchro package in the extra deck that includes Baron de Fleur. DD Crow was also played in the main deck, a sign of smart deck building that Spag was ready for the mirror matches. His first duel, however, was against Ravenclaw on Despia, against whom he took the win. Next was a mirror match against XL, which he easily picked up, but then lost in round 3 to Pretzel in another mirror. Undeterred, he defeated Refuse and Manny in the next rounds, going on to Best Orc in the semi-finals. However, the peak was not to be reached, and as a result, he settled into second place with a 5-2 record, a more than respectable finish. The first place Mortal Engine pilot was Ava, whose list is by far the most unique out of all of the top cut duelists. He crafted a strong anti-meta Mortal Engine deck, teched out to be a counter to the prevalence of other Mortal Engine lists that were likely to be ran into. He played specific hand traps in Effect Veiler and Ghost Spell, multiple floodgates to shut down Mortal Engine, and Cosmic Cyclone in the main especially was a very correct meta call. It's no surprise then that his record was better than anyone else's over the course of the tournament. Round 1 was a victory against Crystal on Odd Eyes, followed by the thing that he was prepared for most of all, 4 Mortal Engine mirrors. Though luck wasn't on his side for round 2 where he lost to Pretzel, he swept the remaining rounds against Mevs, Sock and Orc. He beat Dome in the semi-finals, then went on to beat Spag in a 2-1 match, ending the tournament with a 6-1 record and crowning him champion. Let's take a look at how that game turned out. This is the finals match against Spaghetti in the blue and Ava in the red. So we're going to be watching this from Ava's perspective, and we're going to see Ava losing the rock, paper, scissors. Interesting. Considering that Ava went on to win the match, this is a very interesting turn of events. Let's take a look at these openings quickly. Spaghetti has seen 2 Mortal Engines. It's not quite enough to do exactly what he wants to do, and he doesn't have an opportunity to draw into another one. The Necrosynchron does enable a Baron de Fleur play, and a special summon of Glow Up Bulb from the deck as its second effect dictates. However, neither Geardry or Alma are really good in this scenario. What you really want to see is either an Altair or a Frajosta, most of all. Ava, on the other hand, has seen Necro Valley and Passionate Research alongside Ghost Bell and Effect Veiler. So, those are powerful cards. So Alma is going to be activated first and immediately sacked off for the Geardry. Then we're going to be using the effect of the Alma in the graveyard and special summoning itself to the field as a monster. Next is going to be the normal summon of the Necrosynchron, and we're going to immediately synchro summon the Baron de Fleur, as is expected, and the Necrosynchron is going to activate here to special summon from the deck the Glow Up Bulb. All expected. Setting the Imperm and passing the turn is going to be Spaghetti's only course of play here, ending on a singular negate. Not quite ideal, but, you know, what else can you do? The draw here is Cosmic Cyclone. Neither player has had Frajosta access yet. Let's see what Passionate Research does. So I'm sure that's going to be the first effect that's going to be activated this turn. No, it's going to be Cyclone. What are we targeting? Is it going to be the set? It is going to be... Yes, it's going to be the Infimp. Impermanence is going to be sent to the graveyard here, and then we're going to activate the Passionate Research. Let's see what those top 3 are. They better be good. Oh, Ava, you lucky bastard. Golden Fingers. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it doesn't matter that the other 2 are whiffs. Frajosta is just so utterly incredibly powerful here. Frajosta's going... no, first of all, it's going to be the activation of Sigdra, and then it's going to be sacked off for the Frajosta. Then we're going to use the effect of the Sigdra, but it's going to get DD Crowed, which means it's going to get banished. But no, it's not, because we can counter that with the Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. Oh, Ava's deck is just so good. Sigdra is going to be emerging right here. Then we're going to activate the effect of Frajosta, and we're going to search for probably the Altair. We're going to get Geardry to pop the Baron, forcing the activation. And we have the Effect Veiler in hand! Oh no! Oh, Spaghetti is getting rolled. Frajosta is going to be activated here. And Spaghetti is going to negate. That's not the negate that I was expecting, but okay. Geardry's effect is going to activate, popping the Baron and inflicting 1500 life points. Then we're going to sack it to set a field spell. Wonder what that could be. and then the Geardry is going to be special summoned back. We're going to overlay the... no, we're not going to overlay them, because that would be less damage. We're going to use Sigdra to beat into the Glow Up Bulb, and then we're going to use the Geardry to attack directly for 2300. Then overlay the 2 of them for an Akranos, and then use the effect of the Akranos to probably search for an Altair by detaching the Gear. Interesting that we're detaching the Gear. Actually, I guess it's our only choice here. Sigdra underneath the Acronos actually gives it a gives Acronos the ability to activate its effects as quick effects, and Sigdra's activation effect is to banish a card from the graveyard. So this Acronos basically is DD Crow at the moment. And we are going to be searching the Altair as expected. We're going to ditch this Necro Valley to activate the Altair, and then use the effect of the Altair to return probably the Frigosta to the hand, yep. And then we're going to sack the Altair to activate the Frigosta, use the effect of the Altair, special summoning it as an effect monster, and we're going to normal summon. Oh, what is our extra deck target? What's our extra deck target? What's our level 9 synchro? Shen. Oh my goodness. Ava's just too good. We can't let Ava get away with this. Top deck is going to be Sigdra, but I really doubt that it matters. Yep, that is going to be the end of game 1. Oh my goodness. What an utter sweep from Ava. Oh. Okay, we're going to be going into game 2, and we're going to see one of Ava's hottest techs this entire tournament. Anti-Human Intelligence Messiah, which has the pendulum effect where any card sent to the graveyard is banished except for monster cards. So it's like it's like basically the opposite of Dimensional Fissure. And it just absolutely fucks with Mortal Engine. I'm assuming that Spaghetti is going to be going first, which he is. He's going to be setting the Cosmic Cyclone, passing. I guess you can't really do much with just 2 Mortal Engines. You really do need to see 3, which Ava has absolutely seen, as well as the Bell. Nibiru in the hand. I don't know why people are playing this tournament. I don't think Mortal Engine really summons 5 times that often, but, you know, fine. This Cyclone is probably going to stop Gap Spaghetti from losing immediately. Sigdra is going to be activated and then sacked off for the Nazara, and then we're going to activate the effect of the Sigdra, which is going to be okayed, and then the Sigdra is going to get special summoned, and then we're going to activate the Nazara, targeting the set card, and this is absolutely the correct time to Cosmic Cyclone. This is a brutal Cosmic Cyclone, because now this Frigosta can't get popped unless it uses its own effect, which it will. We're going to activate the Frigosta and use its effect to search for a Mortal Engine. Imagine if this card didn't have an effect. Mortal Engine is going to... Frigosta is going to go to the graveyard, and then Altair is going to be activated over the top of it. Frigosta's effect is going to activate in the graveyard to special summon itself as a monster, and then we're going to overlay the 2 of them and summon the Acronos. This is summon number 3. Acronos' effect is going to be activated, detaching the Frigosta in order to search for a Mortal Engine Alma. Interesting choice. Then we're going to activate the effect of the Altair, returning the Frigosta to the hand, which makes enough sense. We're going to activate the Alma over the Altair, and then use the Altair's effect. And we're going to special summon it as a monster, summon number 4, ditching the Alma for the Frigosta, activate the effect of the Alma, summon number 5. This is where the Nib is absolutely able to be activated. On res, Nibiru the Primal Being is going to be activated. Everything is going to be sent to the graveyard. And Nibiru the Primal Being is going to be summoned with a big happy corn token in defense. This is interesting, actually. Of the tributed monsters. I suppose they're still treated as monsters. Yeah, these are still treated as monsters, right? If they're not, then that's such an L. So this is 48 plus 27 in defense. That's a lot. 75, I think. That's a really big bungus, but, you know, Mortal Engine Geardry is Mortal Engine Geardry. I'm sure Ava is going to activate Messiah in the Pendulum Zone and then pass the turn, yeah. You know, sometimes it's just worth it. We can't, unfortunately, do anything against Messiah with this hand, even though we did draw into Frigosta, which is the nuts. We're going to draw here into Expeditioning, and we're going to activate the effect of Frigosta to search for a Mortal Engine field spell from the deck, which is going to be the Mortal Engine Geardry. We are going to switch the Nib token to attack, and we're going to go to the battle phase, beating him with this Nib token, which has 23, 23, 2000, I believe, attack? 23, 23, 26. So that's 20, so that's 46 plus 26, that's 66, 72. 7,200 attack points, something like that. Sure, why not? Yeah, 7,200 attack. End of battle phase. Evenly matched. Why are you banishing Messiah? Ava, you're throwing. Ava, you know that Messiah is what? Oh, so you can play your cards. I see. I still think Messiah was absolutely the correct play. With no way to get a Mortal Engine onto the fields. And I don't think Spaghetti is playing Cosmic Cyclone. I could be wrong about that. Yeah. Oh, that's not a good roll. Let's hope we can make it up for it with the next one. And it's only 3. Nazara. Only seeing the 1 Nazara, so it will be added to hand, but the Cyclone and the Barrage will be going back into the deck, I do believe. Where do they go? Shuffle the rest back into the deck. Yeah, they'll be shuffled back into the deck. So the Nazara comes back to the hand, and the Barrage and the Cyclone go shuffling into the deck. Activate the Nazara, and then activate the Geodry over the top of it. The Nazara's effect is going to be activated to special summon itself as a monster. Normal summoning the Ghost Bell, and Synchro summoning Vinar Wolf. Yeah, Vinar Wolf, the End of Beasts. I guess it's got a lot of attack. But the only problem with Vinar Wolf is it only negates monster effects. And Ava, I hate to break this to you, but your opponent is not playing very many monster effects. First, I'm assuming is going to be the activation of the Frigosta. Yep, the Frigosta is going to be activated. I'm assuming we're going to search for the Geodry so that we can clear this Vinar very easily. Yep, we're going to get that Geodry straight to the hand. And this is why banishing Messiah was a very bad idea. Oh, we're gonna pop the Geodry first. Interesting. We're gonna activate the Nazara over the Frigosta and then use the Frigosta to special summon itself back. Then use the effect of the Nazara, popping the Geodry. This Geodry will activate its effect to special summon itself back in defense position, most likely as a monster. Yep. Then the Nazara is going to go to the graveyard and activating the Geodry from the hand, and then the Nazara's effect will activate to special summon itself as a monster. Next, we're going to activate the effect of Geodry, targeting Vinar Wolf, the End of Beasts. Yep, the End of Beasts, that's its name. Losing 1,500 attack in the process. Is it attack on the field or is it original attack? It is original attack. Next is going to be the popping of the Geodry to activate the Alma. And then we're going to use the effect of the Geodry in the graveyard, special summoning itself as a monster. Next, we're going to overlay the Nazara and the Geodry and summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord so that we can protect from the Nib that could potentially be incoming from Ava's hand. Very smart play to play around the Nib, even though it is just evenly matched in hand. But we are going to need to be able to OTK Ava on this turn if we want to be able to play around this evenly matched, I do believe. We're going to activate the Altair, and then we're going to use the effect of the Alma in graveyard as it's been destroyed, special summoning it, and then maybe we're going to overlay these into an Akranos. This is interesting. Spaghetti is indeed thinking, yeah, we're going to overlay these into Nikai, Herald of Devastation. Is this going to be a draw 2 here, I think? Pop 2. We're going to be popping the 2. And then the next main phase will be skipped, which I believe is the main phase 2. We're going to activate the effect of Nikai, Herald of Devastation, detaching the Frigosta, and then we're going to use the effect of the Altair to scoop it back up to the hand. And then we're going to just send the Altair to the graveyard and use the Altair's effect to special summon itself back. And that's game on board. And Ava can't do anything about that with the evenly matched. And so we are going to be going into game 3. Game 3, unsurprisingly, Ava is going to be choosing to go first. And let's see these opens. Alma, Frigosta, Geodry, that's good enough. Frigosta is basically Mortal Engines on its own. Expeditioning is also incredibly powerful, and Ash Blossom Joyous Spring for the disruption during the opponent's turn. None of this, I do note, does fucking anything against Messiah. So, Ava can... I'm assuming Ava will be activating Terraform. Let's see if I can predict this. Ava will activate Terraforming to search for Frigosta. Do basically what is full Mortal Engine combo, ending it with, I think, 4 field spells, or 2 Xyz monsters on field, which will probably be Akranos and... so Akranos with Sigdra underneath it. as well as a Photon Lord, as he's probably learnt from game 1, where he lost to Nib. And then he'll activate Boss, and he'll use Boss Stage last. Then he'll activate Messiah. During the opponent's turn, Boss Stage will trigger, Special Summon Ha, summon 2 tokens, and then Spaghetti will scoop. I'm interested to see how close I was. Terraforming is going to be activated, and we're going to indeed search for the Phrygosta, I do believe. That's the only correct choice to search here. There's no other correct searches. Phrygosta is going to be activated, and then we're going to use its effect to search for probably Altair. We're going to search for Nazara. Interesting. So we can get the targeting protection, I'm assuming. We're going to activate the Nazara and then activate the effect of the Phrygosta, special summoning itself. Getting rid of the Nazara to activate the Alma. And then we're going to use the Nazara to summon. And then we're going to overlay these into a Photon Lord. Surely that's not correct. There's got to be a way where you can make Photon Lord without having to use Phrygosta. Because you want to get Phrygosta back to your hand with the Altair that you search. In any case, we're going to be sending this Alma to the graveyard and using its effect to special summon itself to the field. And then we're going to ditch this Phrygosta, activating the boss stage. The Sigdra, sorry, to activate the boss stage. Overlay these two for an Akranos. Yep. Akranos effect, detaching the Alma. Yep. All that I have predicted has come to pass. Searching Assault of the Mortal Engines, that's a good field spell to, that's a good target to search, but it's not the one that Ava actually wants to grab. It's going to be Altair. Yeah, that makes enough sense. We're going to activate Messiah and pass. All that I have predicted has come to pass. Now all the Spaghetti need to do is scoop. If we don't see Cosmic off the top to get to rid ourselves of this Messiah, the Spaghetti will scoop. Spaghetti will scoop. I'm waiting for Spaghetti to scoop. Out comes Ha. Summon 2 tokens. Here are the 2 generator tokens. Out they come. And... thinking. Normal Ash. Overlay for lanterns. Set a field spell. Activate Alma. Oh, we are playing cards. Okay, we're going to activate Barrage, which is going to be met with the Ha. Activating the lanterns, which doesn't negate, it just targets a card in the field to destroy it, which is going to be targeting Messiah. Interesting. Which will be then met with the Photon Lord. And then the Photon Lord activates its effect. You do not have a target for this to attach as a material. Galaxy Cyclone as a target! Ava is cracked. Ava is so cracked. That's so funny. It's fucking Galaxy Cyclone! Going straight to the battle phase, and we're just gonna beat into Akranos for, you know... Sure, why not? Main 2. Overlay into Abyssal Flames, which is going to be our own, which is going to be a way to actually out this Messiah. We do have a way to out the Messiah. This Messiah is such a problem. We're going to be activating the Akranos as a quick effect in case Spaghetti decides to pop the Akranos. I'm assuming we're going to be searching with this. Yeah, we're going to be adding the Geodry. This is so over already. Abyssal Flames will be attaching the Ash from the graveyard, which is what it does on summon. And then the quick effect is to detach one, then target one other card you control and another card and one card your opponent controls, send them to the graveyard. Going to be activating the Expeditioning and chaining the Flames targeting Messiah. You can't do that, if I remember correctly, because the Expedition is marked to be sent to the graveyard, but, you know, why not? It's not like Spaghetti's going to win in this position anyway. The Expeditioning is going to roll 1, and it is going to roll 6. Well, I guess we're excavating 6. Cyclone, Expeditioning, Infimp, Pank, Altair Alma. At least we get the draw 2 effect, essentially. It looks so very much like it was going to be a whiff there for a second. Back goes the Pank, and the Infimp, and the Expeditioning, and the Cyclone. This, yeah, so this attaches a Galaxy Aurora Photon card. That's so based. Oh, that's so funny. We're going to send this Alma to the graveyard to activate the Frigosta. I'm no longer clicking on the correct button. The Alma is going to be activated, and it's going to be special summoned as a monster. And we're going to then activate the Frigosta in order to add the Sigdra from the deck to the hand, which is going to be very important here. The Altair is going to be activated to grab back... No, first the Frigosta is going to be activated, obviously. Then we're going to overlay the two of them in order to summon Nikai, Herald of Devastation. I think Ava is forgetting that Ha has an effect that could have been activated on Expeditioning or on Frigosta, which does also send a monster, so it could have sent this Abyssal Flames. But, you know, who needs Apocryphal Towers, eh? That Photon Lord is going to get popped, as will the Ha. Due to this being a pop 2, however, Spaghetti will not get main phase 1 next turn, which is quite amusing. Detach one material from this card, basically for no effect at this point, because that is a battle phase effect. It's basically just being used to get the Frigosta into the graveyard so that we can then grab it back with the Altair. The Altair comes to the hand, and the Altair goes to the... Or the Frigosta goes to the hand, and the Altair goes to the graveyard, and then the Geodry is activated to special summon the Altair, basically. And then we're going to probably be using the effect of the Geodry to pop the Acronos, burning for 13. Activating the Sigdra over the Geodry, special summoning back the Geodry, and then we're going to overlay him for Acronos. There's the boy. Acronos is going to detach Altair, search an Altair. Very amusing. It has Geodry as its material, though, which is not very based or poggers, because it basically just means that Acronos can't be destroyed by card effects. Well, no Mortal Engine monster can be destroyed by card effects, but Acronos is the only Mortal Engine monster. And the draw is a new page. If you have not seen this field spell support card, this is one of the more powerful ones on the server. This alongside both Passionate Research and Expeditioning. Targeting a field spell on the field, it's basically either what's it called? Set rotation, or it's literally just Metaverse, but on a quick play spell. We're going to activate a new page here, targeting the stage, popping it, and we're going to activate from the deck Mortal Engine Sigdra. We're going to then ditch the Sigdra for the Geodry, and then use the effect of the Sigdra, which is being let through, which is no surprise, honestly. The Acronos will then be activated on Resolution, which can be activated because of Sigdra's effect, yep. Which I'm assuming we're going to be using the No, we're not going to be using the Geodry's effect. We are going to be using the search effect, searching for another copy of Mortal Engine Geodry. This is interesting since I think even though Ava has so few cards in their hand, he's probably still in the more powerful position. We're then going to be using the effect of Abyssal Flames, detaching the Ghost Wheel and Floating Lanterns. I think we're going to be targeting Sigdra Acronos here. Sigdra and dumping the Sigdra from the field so that we can then use its effect to special summon itself as a monster. Next, we're going to be ditching this Geodry for the Altair, one of the best cards that we could have in this scenario, and then use this effect of the Altair to add back the Frigosta. But they're going to send the Altair to the graveyard and activate the Frigosta, and then use the effect of the Altair to special summon itself as a monster. Yeah, there are no hand traps in this hand. All of them are Mortal Engine field spells, which I think Spaghetti has searched. The Abyssal Flames is out of EXU material, so it doesn't have an effect. Nikai can activate to protect itself from battle. Cool. And Acronos does nothing, as does Sigdra, which is a normal monster. This is not looking good for Spag. Even though Spag is so high up on card advantage, Ava might just be able to eke it out. Alma is going to be very useful here for a recursive ability, as we have so many Mortal Engines in the graveyard already. We're going to be activating the effect of the Phrygosta upon being sent to the graveyard, special summoning itself, and then we're going to activate the Alma. We're going to shuffle back. What are we shuffling back? Sigdra, Geardry, Nazara. I'm assuming those are our only targets. Those are our only targets, as I don't think it can target... It can target Alma. I didn't think it could do that. Shuffle those into the deck and draw a card. It is Tarragon, Prison of Correction. I've never read this card. Neither player can activate or set field spells. You know, I understand why this is being played now. When a monster is destroyed by battle, special summon this card to its controller's field as an effect monster. And if you do, its original attack and defense becomes the number of times its preceding effect was activated on the field, which is this once per turn. The turn player can make all face-up monsters their opponent controls lose 1200. Times 300. Also, it cannot be destroyed by battle for the rest of the turn. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're going to be overlaying these two. We're going to be going into Draglubion. Oh dear. Oh, Spaghetti, you're getting OTK'd. We're going to activate the Tarragon Prison of Correction, and we're going to activate the effect in the graveyard of the Alma, special summoning itself as a monster. Oh dear. Tarragon Prison of Correction is going to be making all of these monsters lose 1200 attack and defense. This is most important for Nikai, since she is the one in attack position. Draglubion is going to activate, detaching Phrygosta, special summoning Numeron Dragon from the... Not Numeron Dragon! What? Wait, no, this has an attack gaining effect as well, right? If another face-up Xyz you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one face-up Xyz you control. It gains attack equal to one of those destroyed monsters' original attack. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. No, it is Numeron. It is Numeron. We're just summoning the material first. So, Numeron Dragon says you can detach one material, and then this card gains attack equal to the combined ranks of all Xyz monsters on the field total. Not just monsters you control. Now, usually this is played in, like, Numeron Dragon OTKs, where Draglubion and Numeron Dragon make up 9,000, like 9 ranks on their own, so it's 9,000 attack. However, we also have a rank 12 and 2 more rank 8s. So that's 16, 28, flip a neck, 28 plus 8 is 36, plus 1, 37, so this has all become 37,000 attack. And that will be a easy OTK for Ava, granting them their first Battlegrounds victory. A huge congratulations to both them and Spaghetti for that. Congratulations to the 4 top cut duelists, and congratulations further to everyone who participated. These tournaments aren't possible without you, so it's wonderful to see so many people taking part. If you want to be a part of the next EXU Battleground, make sure you check out the Discord link in the description. As always, be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and tell us what you thought down in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see more custom card content, and click the bell icon if you want to be notified every time we upload. That's all from me for this Battleground report. Report closed.